Hello guys, today we're gonna do section B. We start from the door, it opens and closes. It's properly mounted, it's not cracked, not broken, in good working conditions. No missing bolts or screws. These are the door hinges, properly mounted, no cracks, bends, or little wells, in good working conditions. No missing any bolts or screws. Right here we got the mirrors, properly mounted, they're not cracked and not broken. No little wells on it, no little stickers. Lens is not cracked, 10 inches from the door, well adjusted to the driver's view. Right here we have our def tank. It's properly mounted, it's not cracked, not broken, not leaking any fluids. This is a fuel tank, properly mounted, no cracks, bends, or little wells. Check the fuel lines coming in and out, not leaking, in good working conditions. This is a fuel tank cap, properly mounted, no cracks, bends, or little wells. Safety chain inside with the fuel on. This is the straps, properly mounted, no cracks, bends, or little wells, in good working conditions. Make sure that this rubber or plastic is in between these two, so you don't want metal contact. This is our steps, properly mounted, no cracks, no bends, no little wells on it, no missing bolts or screws. Check daily for any slip or substance. Right here inside we have a battery box. They're properly mounted, in good working conditions. The wires are not crossed, no sign of corrosion, and not leaking. Right here is the catwalk, properly mounted, no cracks, no bends, little wells, in good working conditions, no missing bolts or screws. Check daily for any slip or substance. This is the tractor frame, properly mounted, no cracks, bends, little wells, in good working conditions. Right here we have the drive shaft, properly mounted, no cracks, no bends, no little wells. Make sure the U-joints are well greased, in good working conditions, not missing any bolts or screws. Right there we have our exhaust, properly mounted, cracks, bends, or little wells, in good working conditions. Pointing away from the cab. Continue with the section B. Right here we have our suspension. This is the hanger, properly mounted, no cracks, no bends, or little wells, in good working conditions, no missing bolts or screws. The leaf springs, properly mounted, no cracks, bends, or little wells, no missing any bolts or screws. And the all pressing. You're gonna point inside there, so you have the U-bolts and shackles. They're properly mounted, no cracks, no bends, and little wells on it, not missing any bolts or screws. And then you have your shocks too. They're properly mounted, no cracks, no bends, and little wells, in good working condition, not leaking any fluids, not missing any bolts or screws. And then you have the airbags, properly mounted, no cracks, bends, and little wells. The airbag is in good working conditions and not leaking any air. It doesn't have any cracks or tears. Then continue with the dual brake chamber. The dual brake chamber is properly mounted, no cracks, no bends, or little wells, not missing any bolts or screws. Airlines coming in and out, not leaking any air. Behind that, you're gonna point right there too that you have another push rod as lock adjuster, which is properly mounted, no cracks, bends, or little wells, not missing any bolts or screws, and it's allowed no more than 2 inches of play. And then continue with section B. You're gonna point right there in the middle inside the tire. You're gonna have the brake drums, which is properly mounted, no cracks, no bends, and little wells, no oil or grease. You have to have at least ½ inch of life. Then you have the brake pads. Once again, you're gonna point inside there, properly mounted, no cracks, bends, and little wells, no grease, oil, or crystallization. You have to have at least 1/4 inch of life. Then right here we have an axle seal, properly mounted, no cracks, bends, and little wells, not leaking any grease. These are the lug nuts, they're all present, properly mounted, no cracks, bends, and little wells. Check for shiny threads because it's an indication of looseness. This is my ring, properly mounted, no cracks, bends, and little wells, in the working conditions. This is my air stem, properly mounted, no cracks, no bends, and little wells, not leaking any air. Then we go to our tire. Right here we have a dual tire. The space for here should be 4 inches. And you're gonna tell them that you're gonna check daily for any rocks or debris. Then we go on the tire. You're gonna explain it. I said the inflation, condition, and depth of the tire. It's inflated to the manufacturer specification. It's reading around the tire. The conditions, the cuts, cracks, the links, the ball spots, wires or nails, screws sticking out. Depth minimum 232, same size. They don't have to be originals. Right here you can use retreaded or recap tires. Then right here we got the mud flap, 8 inches from the ground, not touching the tire. And this concludes section 2.